Okay, so I know that I was probably a little bit choppy early on. I'm going to review that first portion of this meeting. If the recording quality is not very good, I'm going to just re-record it and send it out. So you guys all have a much cleaner version of this meeting, just in case anything was disrupted by my poor internet connection. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just kind of cruise through these last couple of slides that I have for you guys. So I will screen share just one more time. Okay. Okay, so next Thursday, we have our career day. I had mentioned that we've got a couple of guest speakers coming to speak with us. That includes Haley Boyle, our Vice President of Programming. She's the one that executes plans for, really does the research for all of these speaker events that you guys have been viewing. And she, I think, moderates a couple of them as well. So you'll get to hear from her. If you have any interest in kind of her line of work, you might want to just do a little bit of research on our staff page about her and the programs department. We have Maggie Hassani, who is the Vice President of Membership and Development. She works with our board members, funders. She writes grant applications, works with our CEO, Lawrence Schwartz, to basically make sure that we have the money to run our programs. Not just the education programs, but all of our programming at the World Affairs Council. And then we have Shoshana Altrichter as well, who is our Vice President of Travel. She plans and executes international travel opportunities for our members. And when I say members, I don't mean our high school and middle school students. I mostly talk about 65 plus retirees who are kind of the main demographic of our travel programs, educational travel programs, that is. All of our worlds got flipped upside down due to COVID. I would say that Shoshana's, more than anybody's, was flipped around the most, just essentially because international travel was outlawed for all intents and purposes for about a year there. So that should be maybe an interesting topic for you guys to ask about how to remain flexible in your job. So just having a call out there for topics to discuss. Again, I'll be kind of moderating that conversation. You guys can ask questions in the moment, but if there's anything that you really would like me to hit on in the kind of the moderated part of that, just let me know in advance. You could shoot me an email or anything along those lines. Again, some options for the extra credit or grade boost. The Mentor Spotlight, I sent that out in an email last week. I'll send it out in this week's email as well. With very short answer questions that you can just respond to with 3 to 5 sentences or so. 3 to 5 sentences or so to allow us to do a little bit of marketing and social media outreach to our funders and just interested people. Thank you to those mentors who are willing to staff an additional final conference day. We very much appreciate that. If anybody else is interested, you can get a little bit of extra credit or a grade boost for that, for staffing additional final conference days outside of the day that you are already assigned. We have a lot of need for staffing, hence why we're using you guys as staff for this program. So if you do have any availability, I encourage you to staff additional final conference dates. Next up is a big one that I mentioned in my recording last session. I would like to extend this opportunity to all of you, and I've talked with Dr. Baglioni about this for St. Joe's people and Temple students. This is open to you as well. This is a paid opportunity to serve as a co-chair during our Junior Model UN final conference. So the co-chair is essentially the MC and the main facilitator of the final conference. They walk students through presenting their clauses, debate and discussion around those clauses. The actual amendment writing process will be done in breakout rooms. So the co-chairs aren't responsible for that. That's when you guys as facilitators will actually take over in those breakout rooms. But the co-chair is then responsible for basically moderated caucuses, voting procedures, and pretty much advancing the entire program of the day. We rely on co-chairs from various institutions. We have asks out to a number of our partner institutions, and we've had some come back to us, which is really nice. But we want to extend this to you guys as Global Smarts mentors, people that have been kind of tightly connected to the Junior Model UN program. We're asking for co-chairs. We have 2 co-chair positions per program day. So we have 14 slots in total for co-chairs. You can you'd be paid $75 per program day that you co-chaired. And we're asking for a minimum of 2. If you can only do 1, that's okay. We're asking for a minimum of 2. But if you want to do more than 2, you're more than welcome to do so, and you get $75 per program day. So if you're doing 4 program days, oh man, I just locked myself into some math here. What is that? 4 times 75, three something? Yeah, putting me on the spot here with math. Putting myself on the spot here with math, not a great idea. But you can get $75 times whatever number of program days that you would like to co-chair. There's a training session on April 27th. It'll be about an hour or so. You guys will also see me do it on the 22nd. So you'll kind of have an opportunity to look at what it's like. But we do need applications in the next week or so. I believe Friday the 16th is our deadline for applications. So that's next Friday, a week from tomorrow. If you're interested in all, I encourage you to apply. It's a great resume booster. It's a great thing to have on a resume, and you get a little cash as well to go along with it. So again, co-chairing, you are more than encouraged to apply. All you have to do is send me your updated resume, and then your availability for any number of those program days. Again, looking for a minimum of 2, but if it's more than that, that's fine with us. Our upcoming speaker programs, you'll notice that this is a lot more full than the last time we met. Jolie, I see your hand. I'll get to you just in 1 second. Actually, Jolie, let's go to you now before I do the webinars here. What is your question, Jolie?
I was just wondering how long you want the papers to be if we watch a webinar like you recording.
Oh yeah, great. Yeah, so if you watch our recorded webinars, just need like 1 to 2 paragraphs, maximum half a page, really just getting a response, basically like a journal response to your thoughts on the program, things you agreed with, things you disagreed with, stuff like that. So great question there, Jolie. Thank you. Just one more thing about that co-chairing position. The co-chair position would be from 8:30 a.m. to about 1:30 p.m. or so. So it's not even like a full day's, it's 8:30 to 1:30. And so you got plenty of time to do stuff afterwards as well. Okay, so I'm going to go back to screen sharing one more time. Here are upcoming speaker webinars. One that we've been talking about for a little while is this 414, the cost of air wars. That's a lunch program. I'm excited for that one. I think that should be super interesting. One quick note before we keep going down this list, we have instituted a new initiative where we're going to have a student questionnaire at the top of or not the top, near the end of every one of our webinar series. So the student questionnaire is often and priority goes to high school students for this, but high school students are less willing and able to come to our late programming, like late April, May programming. So if you guys are interested at all in asking a live question to our speaker panelists, you are encouraged to do so. I know that we have a number of you guys have already had this opportunity, and it's a great opportunity to just ask a live question to whoever our speakers are for that program. So when you do register, sometimes I reach out to you guys in advance or in response to your registration, asking if you would like to be that student questioner. If you want to be that student questioner, just go ahead and email me, and I can make that happen to the best of my abilities. Okay, so just screen sharing one more time. On 420, we have combating climate change, making green energy solutions accessible for all. So climate change program there, close to Earth Day. On 427, this is a new program. We have a Travel the World Spotlight Chile program. That's an initiative that we're doing with the Chilean Chamber of Commerce, I think it's called, where they want to highlight Chile. If you have any interest in South America, this really interesting, geographically interesting country that runs, kind of the spine of the Andes down the western portion of South America, we encourage you to come to that program. Again, all of these are free for you. On 510, we have Philly Tech Week, which is, I guess, that week in May, the future of cities. If you're at all interested in urban growth, urbanism, future of cities, I encourage you guys to attend that one. That one should be pretty interesting. 517, we have another COVID program, but this one is an economic outlook through the lens of Latin America. That should be really interesting. I believe we have some interesting Latin American Chamber of Commerce speakers there. Sorry, I don't have them here, but if you go to our website, which Logan, do you mind just putting the overall speaker programs website into our chat here? You can get a sense of who our speakers are. And then on 525, it's that negotiating with Iran program that's been confirmed for a little while. That's a little bit deeper into the semester, into the summer. You guys will still have free access to that. Okay, and yep, thank you, Logan, for the upcoming events. I believe that should be it. We have a number of intern opportunities still available to you. If you would like to intern at the council, there are other job opportunities, including the Fend Vista application as well. Okay, so that's about it for me. 5:43, it's a tight 45 minutes there. That's great. Okay, that's, I believe, all that I have. Does anybody have any questions for the group at this moment? Dan, is that a hand?
Yeah. So for the speakers we go to, if we attend live, we don't have to fill out a reflection.
Absolutely, yep. So if you attended live, I get a recording of who attended, and so you don't have to write a reflection to that. Only if you watch YouTube, like recording of it, do you have to?
And that's to them, correct? Speaker events.
Yes. Wait, can you say that again? I didn't quite hear you.
Is that 2 speaker events then?
Yep, 2 speaker events throughout the whole semester. So I've been keeping track of them. I have like a worksheet that keeps track of all of these. If you're unsure of where you stand with any of these assignments that I've done, feel free to email me, and I'm happy to walk through those things with you. I do have a notebook that I keep track of these things. Okay, well, thank you guys very much for everything today. Shawmont, Michael, and Megan, if you guys don't mind just sticking around for half a second afterwards. If there are any other groups that want to stick around for a second, happy to, but if not, have a great rest of your day. Reclaim this beautiful, joyous weather outside, and yeah, try and get outside a little bit. Okay, take care, guys, and see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.